Hello there, thanks for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and you certainly know who Johnny Cash is. Oh my gosh, a postage stamp artist, an American legend, and members of 3 Hall of Fames, the Rock and Roll, Gospel, and of course, Country Music Hall of Fame. So it's always great to get him on a vintage concert poster. And this one's from 1961. It is a tour blank, but this sample is, as you can tell by the red printing up top, from Eugene, Oregon. And it's made by Tilghman Press out of Oakland, California, that peppered the West Coast and Pacific Northwest with concert posters back in this era. And I just think they're just really fun designs. They're really a kick. And you know, of all the Johnny Cash posters, I've blogged a lot of them that I've seen in my life. This might be my personal favorite. I just really like this one. It's always been special to me. I think it's really nice. There's so much going on for it. For example, the picture of Johnny there in the middle. I just love his, his slight smile, and his youthful appearance, and that country western tie. I think it's really an uncluttered photo of Johnny, and I just really, really like that. And then you gotta love the way his name is presented, right? Look at that. 2 radically different fonts. Johnny and then the Cash in this nice big blue arch, right through the middle of the poster, just really catches the eye. And then under that, you've got I Walk the Line, Hello, only his first #1 country record ever, and his first pop hit from 5 years earlier, 1956, and I guess possibly his most famous song ever, certainly a candidate. And then you've got one line below that simply says, and the Tennessee Two. And of course that's referring to the great Luther Perkins on guitar, Marshall Grant on bass. And if you're really a Johnny fan and you know your music, you're probably thinking, well, wait a minute, this poster is 61, and in 1960 they became the Tennessee Three with the addition of a drummer, W.S. Holland. Well, all I can say is, sure, Johnny for this show had the Tennessee Three playing on stage, but, with these posters and tour blanks and everything, it was not too uncommon for the information to lag behind a year or two, and not quite be updated. So that's why it says the Tennessee Two, but he was definitely the Three by this point. So, what you basically have here is what I call a very uncluttered presentation of Mr. Cash, right? You got his name, a photo, his most famous hit, and his backup band, and that's it. And that's quite a contrast to just a couple of years later or whatnot, they'd be going with, I should say even as this early, the Johnny Cash Show, where you had all kinds of, information, song titles, credits, other people on there and so forth. And this is just really a 4-point simple Johnny presentation. I think for me that's part of its appeal. And then you throw in Tilghman's really nice split fountain effect. Just gotta love this. It goes from red ink and then to blue ink, covering all of Johnny and his information, and then segueing into green ink for the bottom third of the poster. I just think that's so catchy and classy. I just really like that. Now you might be saying also, well, who's heard of these 2 people down at the bottom, with apologies to their relatives if you're watching, but sure enough, not too significant. I mean, perhaps you'd rather have a June Carter or Carl Perkins or somebody on your Johnny Cash concert poster, but it doesn't take away from me. I don't know why I don't. By the way, as far as Laverne Myllicent is concerned, I think it's a bit of a stretch to call her a TV and movie star. Undoubtedly she did some things, but it's tough to find information about her to call her a movie star, but that's neither here nor there. And then you also have Gil McElroy and his swing band. So, and then what's another thing that's really a cute element, typical Tilghman line for the era, have fun, go dancing. See that down there? That's really a Tilghman line that's cute. And then you do have below the green line, the last thing is Tilghman Press with their address and their phone numbers. So it's a winner by Tilghman, that's for sure. Just love this one. But concert poster collecting is an art, or I should say creating the posters was an art. And there were so many different ones used and made. I haven't ever seen this, for example, from any other city. So pardon me, we are talking 1961. Let's take a look at, for example, just 3 other poster arts that were used for Johnny Cash in 61. Well, you've got this one from San Antonio, Texas. Look at that, a horizontal big old guy. That's certainly a unique poster. That's not a tour blank. And that's only, that's only like a few days earlier, 6 days earlier for San Antonio, earlier than this. But let's go back 6 months now, earlier, and you've got here from Napa Valley in California, and that's, a template we all recognize too if you know Johnny posters. And same with the reverse. This is from Wichita, Kansas, also 1961. And both of these latter 2 are from January of 1961. And by the way, I have another blog up here on my channel with 5 Johnny Cash posters, and this one leads it off, and I talk a lot about this particular Wichita 1961 Johnny Cash poster. So there's a lot of, there were a lot of designers and printers out there for these things, and it's kind of fun because it leaves collectors to scramble after the one they consider their favorite. And I'm glad I have pictures of the others and the real one here of my absolute favorite. I think this thing's the bomb. It's just great. So hope you enjoyed seeing it too. Thanks a lot for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.